In 10 seasons of The Journey Manager, I don't know if we've had a bigger episode than this. It's episode number 49. We have the Saudi Pro League and the Saudi Kings Cup. Both could be won today. There is 4 games left of the season. We are doing all of them live. This is how our movement map looks heading into today's episode. We could go to Greece, we could go to Egypt at the end of the year. If we were to win both trophies, however, let me tell you now, the movement circle for 1,500 miles, it would look rather different. We could literally get all the way to the UK and to the Premier League if I can get a job there. That may not be possible, but regardless, today's episode is absolutely massive. In the final game of today's episode, the Kings Cup, we take on a team in the division below us. We should be winning that game. As for the Pro League, 3 games remain. We are only top by 2 points. We have looked anything but convincing to end the season. I'm very, very nervous. Welcome back to Alaroba. Let's run the intro and get straight into things. Yes, folks, how are you doing? Welcome back. Today, to kick things off, is first versus third in the league. We take on Al-Fayha, a game that could decide our fate away from home against the one team that I kind of wouldn't want to play at this point. I suppose with the exception of Al-Shabaab. I'd probably rather not play them right now either. As I've already laid out, we've got 4 games coming your way today. They're only 15 games apart. It's going to be brutal on what is a fairly slim squad, it has to be said, in our ranks. And well, of course, last episode we ended things with a game against Al-Wayda. There is nothing to catch you up on today. It is all about the matches. And of all the matches, this might be the most difficult. We are taking on Al-Fayha in third. Elsewhere, Al-Ettifaq in fourth. I'll take it on Al-Shabaab. Of course, Al-Ettifaq beat us last episode. So if they want to do the same to Al-Shabaab, that would be really, really helpful. I'll be honest, I'm going to be keeping a very close eye on that other game, but equally, we have to focus on our own game and what we do here. Look at this. Glorious news. We're at full strength for today's game. Solis back into the team. He was suspended for the last one. Look at the green links. Look at the players. This is the difficult game. The other games we've got to end the season today are Al-Ain, who find themselves down in the relegation zone. They were promoted with us last year and just haven't adapted. And the other game we have is against Al-Khalij at home. They're in 10th. I feel like the last 2 games should be super winnable in this league season. As for Al-Shabaab, they're taking on the teams in 4th, 8th, and Riyadh, who are in 7th. This 3 games, these they've got, not easy. Don't think we're going to be rotating our team for today's episode in any of the matches. We're going to play the best team we can and just rest them as much as necessary between games. Oh, I'm so nervous for this. I will say Al-Fayha have been on an awful run of form in spite of the fact they're in third. They were right up there, I think within 2 or 3 points of us just a few months ago. They've completely capitulated. It's one of those games that should be completely straightforward. They've won 1, I think, of their last 5. And yet we're 16 minutes in here, and we've had chances, but no breakthrough yet. Perhaps that can change here. We've had some crazy ends to the season here in the Journey Manager. We need another here. Solis is bringing it forward. Gives it to Ibrahim Mohammed. Onana cutting inside. Back to Mohammed. Nice build-up play here. Onana is patient. It's probing. That is a crazy ball to Trawali. Carr scores. I think he's offside. We're going to the VAR screen. I don't know why I'm doing the gesture. Check with VAR. Possible offside. The goal's going to count. I don't know. The pop-up bit just bugged out. This is going to count. I was convinced he was offside. Was he behind the ball? He still looked offside to me. It has been given. I'm not going to complain. Oh, draw the lines. Yeah, draw the lines. Well, the line for him was definitely not where he was stood in 3D. But you know what? We do not care. Praise the players. They are playing a 4-4-2, by the way. A lot of the Saudi teams do seem to like this 4-4-2 system. Is that a pen? Not quite. I think that might have been a slightly desperate appeal from me there. But you know what? We're going to bring the ball forward here. Mark inside to Darwin. Crazy, crazy pass. Darwin. Carr scores. The linesman's flag is raised for this one. I don't think it's going to count. Darwin Núñez was like a little terrier there in the middle, battling for the ball. The offside flag is raised, correctly so. It's not going to count. Darwin here lost the ball initially, won it back, but yeah, gone a yard early. You know what? I hope we're not going to live to regret that offside goal. We've created loads in this game. They've done so little. I was a little bit fearful going into this game when I was looking at this fixture months back, thinking that is a horrible game to have at the end of the year. Truthfully, a little less nervous for it, knowing that they have been, well, not in particularly fine form. And yet with passes like that, we could leave ourselves just self-inflicting misery. Montano for them. Bringing it forward now is Al-Balawi on the near side. Plays it inside. This is awful. Did you see our goalie go to the near post there? His positioning was cack. The good news is, though, we've won the ball back, and now there's loads of space in behind to counter into. Ibrahim Mohamed, Onana, go wide. Trent. Options in the middle. Carr is there. In fact, there's loads of players there. That is a sensational pass. It's a stupendous finish. And the decision to sign Carr after kind of the transfer special when I saw he was a free agent and then move on Roland. Remember Roland? Yeah, that was a short-lived era, wasn't it, for the Welshman? That decision to get rid of him and bring in Carr, I think it has been the pivotal decision that is enabling us to have a season like the one we're having. It's another ridiculous goal. I really feel like I don't big up this guy enough. Like, wherever I go next, I feel like I should be bringing him with me. Like, he's like what I wanted Mark to be. Why couldn't Mark be this good? Right, well, we doubled our lead. There was actually a kickoff highlight immediately, so maybe we shouldn't celebrate too much too soon. Mark, everything I said about you that was negative, don't take it to heart. Don't do anything stupid. He's chasing his man, Al-Bishi. You know what, after the way I did Mark dirty there, they probably deserve to score. Half-time in this game, have to say we are overperforming our XG, and it's not like we've created a load of chances, but equally, they've had one shot on target. We have been in control of this game. I wouldn't mind scoring a goal or two more kind of early on in this half. Why have I said anything? Just so I can rotate things and rest some players, because, well, the fixture schedule is kind of horrific today, but I have to play the best team I can at all opportunities, especially for a game like this. Onana bringing it forward, skipping into some space inside. Mohamed forces a save out the goalie. Okay, look, 7 minutes into this half, they're having a lot of the ball. I'll be honest, I don't really like the amount of the ball they're having, but I guess if they're having it here, it opens up the opportunity to hit them on the break, score a goal like that. It is 3-0. It is at this point now that I am sat thinking, should we go check on the other game at Al-Ettifaq doing me a favour? It'd be really nice if they were. Trawali, really nice goal here. 3-0 up away from home. We are doing what we need to do. Looking at the other game, Al-Shabaab are currently 2-1 up, but Kabic has just got one goal back. So despite winning this game emphatically, sadly, we would still only be 2 points to the good here. Now, Trawali's played great, and so has Onana, but I kind of feel like I need them fit for the next game. And whilst this is maybe inviting complacency, I'm going to bring on a load of fresh legs in this game. Like, we've got 3 more matches to play in very, very quick succession here. Rotation, where necessary, is going to be important. We're 3-0 up in this game. I feel like rotation can be achieved without compromising the results. If they got one back, would I start to panic? I mean, look, there's 15 minutes left. We should be good here. Fayez stretching his legs. Where's he going? Where's the defence? He's hit the woodwork. Jimmy scores. I think he's onside. He is onside. It's 4-0. Was this just like a 10,000 IQ play by Fayez? I don't think he's shot here. I think this is an intentional banked pass to Jimmy. The 2 wingers go on. The 2 wingers link up for a goal. Al-Dasari with the ball in the middle for them, bringing it forward. They're not giving up just yet. Goal difference isn't really a factor in this end of season running. We have been so good when it comes to goal scoring. Defensively, we've not been great as Trent shoves someone over. But yeah, the goals that we've scored have just seen us get a really good goal difference. Of course, all those goals scored have also equated to miles, which has been really, really nice to do. Sadly, our 4-goal deficit might be about to become a 3-goal deficit. Al-Rashidi in goal with a chance to be the hero. Al-Bishi steps up, and while the Bishop shoots diagonally into the top corner. Really, Rashidi should have definitely top left or top right. That's the only way the Bishop could go. You get it? Chess reference. It was awful. Let's move on. If they got one back now, imagine I would actually start to panic. There is only 6 minutes left here, plus obviously added time, of which I imagine there will be a little bit. Al-Amri wins it nicely. Al-Khani, I've not said your name in a while. That is a ridiculous pass to Jimmy. Sorry, can we discuss Al-Khani's pass there? He was one of my first signings when we first came to the club. Then he broke his leg. He's in the team, and he's pulling off passes like that. You know the pass that went recently viral in the Club World Cup with Messi? How about this? For kind of a comparable little dink. Jimmy, great touch. Really nice finish as well. Around the grounds. What's happening elsewhere? It's 2-2. Al-Ettifaq, hold on. Satriano, 71st minute goal. If things stay as they are, we are 4 points clear. Did it end like that? That's what we came for. Show me the league table. They drew. Esposito's 2 goals, not enough. I don't know who you are, Satriano. Apparently I should know who you are. Apparently plays for Inter or Bochum in real life. You know what? I'm not going to question it. He's been immense for them here. What an important goal that's going to be for my season. I was fuming yesterday with Al-Ettifaq. Suddenly, they've done me a favour. We just have to win one of our last 2 games of the year, and we are going to be the Saudi Pro League champions at the first time of asking. Looking at the season preview, we've only actually got 2 players in the Media Dream 11. Our overall odds kind of going into things were, well, a predicted 4th place finish. Al-Fayha, who we just hammered, predicted to finish 2nd. Wow, that draw changes a lot. Now, we have Al-Ain up next, away from home, they're in 17th. This should be the most straightforward result ever. Win that game, we are champions no matter what. Fail to win, we panic. Of course, if we do win, the game against Al-Khaleej, I will just rotate the team and play whoever. Probably rest up the team as much as possible, because the cup game's only a few days later. Right, no pressure me. I'm just looking at myself as I talk to myself. No pressure, lad. But if we now don't win the league, it's an absolute bottle. Let's go get 1,000 miles. Okay, I will admit, I didn't realise this could happen. Al-Shabaab are playing before us. If they lose this game, we're champions. They're taking on the team in 8th. They should probably beat the team in 8th. They've scraped a win. If they'd drawn that, we would have basically been champions. But Esposito has scored another. This guy has been a pain in the arse. Had they drawn this game, they would have been over 20 goals, goal difference-wise, behind us and 3 points behind. Instead, they pull the gap to 1. This is the penalty that kept them in the title fight. I mean, it doesn't change anything in terms of the fact that if we win this next game, we will be champions. But in a weird way, it would have been kind of nice to just have it over and done with. I can't deal with this stress in my life right now. I know what you're thinking, Jack. It's just a game of Football Manager. It's literally months of my life dictated by results in a spreadsheet. Let me have my moment. Okay, that might have been a tad dramatic. Al-Ain up next. We're on match day. They're in 17th. They've won 6 games all year. This should be such a straightforward win. I wish I could say we're playing the exact same team that played the last game, but Omar is a naughty, naughty boy. So instead, Al-Shankiti, I think, is going to come in. I have Sultan on the bench ordinarily. You might naturally assume he'd be the logical player to bring in, but the reason I use Sultan on the bench is he's way more versatile in terms of covering the entirety of the back 4. But in terms of centre-back specialists, Shankiti isn't too bad. Rest of the team for this game, completely unchanged. We rested up players midweek. Their condition is looking all nice and tasty. Of course, Al-Ain we were promoted with last year. It would be quite nice to beat them to win the league now, wouldn't it? Now, it would be easy to assume that based on the graph and the map I showed you earlier, that if we were to do the double today, we could just go to the Premier League next episode. That's definitely not going to be possible. I only have 3-star manager reputation. My manager attributes aren't very good. The next chapter of this save game is almost forget about the miles. If we get the wins that we need, start grinding out an actual reputation closer to home. Goals like that from Trent are going to help us get towards that. Shankiti brought into the team today for his free kick ability, obviously. Gave it to Trawali, and while I was waffling away, Trent tucking it into the bottom corner. Win this game by any margin, we are champions. Al-Shankiti, where are you going? Trawali, Mark. I must admit, I do think it's been a massive blessing this year. We've not had to worry about the Asian Champions League. That is something that loads of the other teams in the country, especially those towards the top, have had to deal with. It's meant that we've had way less fixtures, and to be honest, the schedule here in Saudi Arabia has been deceptive. How has that gone in? Ibrahim Mohammed, the defensive midfielder, scores that. Fair enough. Car drifted into the wide area, and I'll be honest, as it was pulled to the defensive mid, I didn't really think twice about there being an opportunity. He takes 1 touch, he takes 2 touches just to smash it into the top corner. 2 shots, 2 goals, best possible start to this game. And it could get better. Please, get better. Near post, whipped in, cleared away. Trent keeps it alive. Darwin Núñez, Solis, shoots, blocked. He's scored another banger. What has Ibrahim Mohammed had for breakfast today? It must be Ready Brek. Ready Brek is definitely the breakfast cereal that gives you a shooting power like that. And if you disagree, let me know what cereal gives you that shooting power. Maybe some Weetabix with extra sugar added on top. It's on the half volley. That is stupid. I don't even know what to say. It's a stupendous goal. He had 1 goal before today's league game. He's got 6 long shots. What a player. I mean, obviously, we have still got a cup final to look forward to today. From a creator point of view, it's always nice when you have jeopardy going into the final day. That jeopardy feels like it is being extinguished. What a performance this has been so far. And well, having won the ball nicely in our own penalty area, could we now get it forward and get another? They've committed men to the attack for what feels like the first time all game. We have given it away to Al Mohammed, who's bringing it forward. There's 2 players in the middle. They've got 1 back. Maybe don't celebrate just yet. We had players surging forward here. Onana lost the ball in an awful area, it has to be said. And Al Mohammed just charged forward with it. 2 players in the middle to aim for. Not sure what Shankiti was doing there from a defensive point of view. I mean, we're less than half an hour into this game. We've had 4 goals already. It's absolutely all action. It could continue here as well. Trawali leaves his man in the dust, crosses it to Carr, who hits the woodwork. That should have been a goal. I have to say, Al-Ain have actually got some good players. They've got Pedro in the centre mid position alongside Tim. These are really not bad players. I'm shocked they're down in the relegation zone. 6 minutes left of this half. Onana with the ball. Last time he was here, he lost it. And then we conceded a goal. Surely not again. Football Manager. Asiri. Pedro through the middle. Trent is so slow. It's like he's running in treacle. That should have been 3-2. That is an awful miss. 3 minutes of added time at the end of this first half. I was getting ready to say they've come and gone. They have not gone just yet. 2.5 minutes left. Onana bringing the ball forward. Gives it to Carr. He's going to hold it off and bring it to Mohammed. Darwin Núñez through the middle. Darwin Núñez. What a finish for his 20th of the season. If there's one thing we've assured people of watching our games this year with this 4-2-4, it is goals. There has been 5 in this first half. That might be the pick of the bunch. There's been some bangers, though, to be fair. Okay, nice, simple team talk. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. A win here, and we win the league. A draw here, and it would go to the final day. But a draw feels a long way away, and it definitely does now. Immediately into this half, we get a goal. Is 5-1. Solis was at the near post. Trent whipped it in, and that was questionable goalkeeping to say the very least. Assuming we win this game and secure the title, next match, I'm going to completely rotate the team. The B team can play. I won't even do the match in the video because it's a dead rubber game. Full focus will be on winning the cup. Trying to get those 500 miles. I do wonder, my reputation was 3 stars before this game. Does the Saudi Pro League help with manager reputation? I suppose we're going to find out shortly. This is a lovely crisis to be having on the sideline, isn't it? The players are playing their hearts out. We're winning the league, and I'm sat here thinking, can I get my next job? Is the reputation going to go up enough? Darwin, Trawali, gives the ball away horrifically. Omibamidele, Mohammed, Trent dinks it. I thought Darwin was going to get there. He might still get there, but there, the ball's played back to him. Mohammed, Solis, Darwin, I was going to say he scored. He's hit the woodwork. It should have been a 6th. Okay, 4 subs made, just taking off the big guns, giving them a rest. They won't play in the next game, but I want them ready and rested for the next. We are 5 minutes away from hoisting the Saudi Pro League. And as a manager who on a number of occasions has gone to a second division team, I think about Malaysia as an example of this, and Iran, I go to a second division team, get them promoted, then never get to win that top division. To do it here in Saudi Arabia so quickly is mad. I love to see it. Also, why is this... Is this a really short man? No. Okay. Is he okay? Did you see... I'm not going to question it. Also, why is there so few players celebrating? Where is everyone? Genuine question. Who's lifting the trophy? What's happening? Where's the... Do we not get a trophy? There's only like 9 people here celebrating on the stage. 2 goalies... and 8 outfield players? Lads? Do we leave the rest in the changing room? It has ruined the moment slightly. You'd think in Saudi Arabia with all the money, there'd be enough money to have a trophy. Apparently not. Apparently, just no trophy here in Saudi Arabia. Fair enough, we've won 5-1. And that is confirmation the title is ours. Oh, Farrington Carr, I think he might want to come with us wherever we go next. He's praising me following the title win. A man who came from Tottenham winning nothing and wins the Saudi Pro League. That is what dreams are made of in modern football. Mohammed, by the way, also got 2 assists there. Probably the best performance he's had all year. Crazy, crazy game. And elsewhere, Al-Ain were relegated. Maybe they hid the trophy. They were mourning a relegation. We were celebrating a title win. Now, I did mention my manager reputation was 3 stars before. It has now gone up to good. I mean, it's good. It's not great, is it? And whilst we have got Al-Khalij in 6 days' time, that's not the game I care about. The game I care about is in 9 days' time. It's against Al-Najmah. They're in the division below us. They've not been in the Pro League in like almost half a decade. In fact, more than half a decade. It's almost been a whole decade since they were in the top flight. I feel like we should be winning this one. I mean, this is their key man and he's injured. If I don't win this, we are really bad. Let's try and secure another 500 miles. Don't go anywhere. Okay, well, it's very, very likely this will be the last game at Al Aroba. We will be looking for a new job after the cup final, regardless of results. This is a game we really should be winning. Now, if you were wondering, we did win the last game of the season. A little bit unconventional. 6-4 win. Yeah, I don't know any either. In the end, we won the title by 4 points. So a really good season. 5 defeats for us. Al-Shabaab only actually lost 3 games all year. Of course, that last-minute goal for Darwin Núñez was kind of pivotal in giving them that early defeat that knocked their confidence, but the 10 draws was the difference maker. But of course, this game can't end in a draw. It is the cup final. In terms of team news, one, well, pretty major omission, suspended. Ibrahim Mohammed, yeah, he's been a very, very naughty boy over the course of this year. Suspended for this game. Look how much he's been improving lately. Bit of a shame he's not available. It does mean that Al-Sabai is going to slot in as the defensive mid for us. In terms of the rest of the team, though, we're at full strength. Everyone is rested. I mean, if we don't win this now, I will be really, really annoyed. This should be as free of 500 miles as anyone could ever get. I would be interested to know, in terms of my next move, do we look for a top division move to, say, Greece or Egypt or Turkey? Syria I have loaded, Bundesliga I have loaded. I do also have the Premier League loaded, but I haven't got the second tiers of those big nations loaded. I didn't really want to drop down if I could avoid it. Obviously, the end goal of this save game is to win the Premier League with Mark. Mark is 28 now. Like, we're not going to have a load of seasons to build up something. And with our current reputation, I don't know if we're going to be starting right at the very top. Is it worth me adding in the second divisions of those bigger nations? Or maybe do we look at a country like Greece or maybe a lower end kind of Syria or Bundesliga team as a means by which to get our foot in the door? Let me know what you think down in the comments. Of course, I'm working on the assumption we are going to win this game. Failing to win this game would actually mean we can't get all the way back to England immediately. It would almost feel like a shame to not have a slog through Europe, although in spite of us getting a little reputation boost, I'll be honest, I think we're a long way away from landing any kind of Premier League job. Reputation will become the big roadblock, I suppose. Solis whips it in, Darwin nods it down, and nods it just wide. Okay, Mark on the far side. Can he get himself involved in the play? He's given short to Solis. He dinks it. Carr's not there. Trawali keeps it alive with his blistering pace. He floats it to Onana. It is 1-0 after 7 minutes. And I want to say the crowd goes wild. There's no one here. In terms of signings that we've made while we've been in Saudi Arabia, I know we've made some big blockbuster names. Trawali's got to be up there as one of the best. The Gambian whips it in superbly. And, well, he gets himself an assist. This bloke is just an unsung hero. 9 goals, 18 assists. He's actually got 36 goal contributions in 33 games so far this season. I suppose technically you can now make that, 37 in 34 games with the assist here. Wouldn't be surprised if he gets a few more. Mark with the throw-in, gives it to Solis. Fails his first pass, but it falls straight back to him. The Colombian tries to play it to Al-Sabai. Second attempt, he gets it there. They are sat with so many players back here, trying to sponge up some pressure. Onana, the goal scorer, to Darwin, who scores. The flag's raised. It's not going to count. He went too early. I know what you're thinking. Was it close? No. Well, we're only 11 minutes into this game. So far, it has been one-way traffic, but it's traffic that could change direction rather quickly. Granted, if we can build up a bit more momentum, you wouldn't bet against us turning this into a landslide, would you really? Trawali bringing it forward, skips past his man, players in the middle to aim for. He floats it towards Carr, who can't keep his header down. Right, throw in, give it back to Trent, get it into the back post now. Can someone float in a pass? Al-Sabai loses out, but battles back well to win it. The defensive mid doing the job, slotting in today. Gives it all the way back to Omar. Solis with the ball, drifts wide. Trawali turns his man. There's players in the middle queuing up. Back to Mark we go. He's now looking to make something happen. Mark to Darwin. It falls to Carr. He shoots. What is that for a finish? Like, what is that genuinely? You could think with his 19 jumping reach, he's a one-trick pony. Let me tell you now, he's a pony who knows at least 2 tricks, one of which is scoring absolute bangers. How about that for a goal? 2 shots on target, 2 goals in this game. It could get worse. Ball's whipped in. Onana Looping header goes over. Right, we've just missed one free kick. I think this is going to be a direct attempt from Trent rather than a ball whipped in. On his right foot, he shoots. This feels like it could turn into an absolutely crazy spanking, doesn't it? I mean, look, Al-Najmah, well done. You made it to the cup final. You turned up, but now you've got to take your pounding and you've got to take your spanking because you've been, well, mediocre at best in this game so far. They've had 1 shot, 0 on target. Granted, there's only actually 5 minutes left of this half, so we've eased up just a little bit as Onana gives it to Al-Sabay. They have been sat so deep in this game, given to Darwin, Trent. 3 or 4 players now in the middle to aim for. I have no idea why he shot there. 2 minutes of added time at the end of this first half. Is there to be a late goal? No. It remains 2-0 at the break. They're going to feel like maybe they're still in it. My head and my heart both think this game is already done. Trawally, can you show me it's already done? Turn on the afterburners. Look at him go down this near side. He crosses it in. It's floatedly kicked away. Trawally, Solis, cutting inside. Onana, 1 touch, 2 touches. Crazy save by the goalie. Okay, we're coming up to an hour played here. I've not actually made any subs yet, mostly because I feel like we shouldn't need to, although maybe I should, just to be sensible. Trawally floating it. Onana can't keep the header down. I feel like we've been so wasteful in this game, and yet all the players in the final third have really good ratings. Omar, I'm going to take off for Sultan here. The last thing I need right now is a sending off. Elsewhere, Shankiti on at defensive midfielder, I think, is a sensible move. Darwin's played okay in this one, but you know what? Al-Khani, you were the first crazy player that we signed, or at least I thought you were crazy at the time. When you look at him now, he's kind of a bit underwhelming, isn't he? But he was the reason we had such a great start to our time at the club. Never really been the same since he broke his leg. I would say, go out and break a leg in this one. That might be a bit inappropriate given the context. I mean, look, to be fair to Al-Najmah, I thought we were going to destroy them. That is not what has played out here. There is 15 minutes left of this game. It's still only 2-0. Right, you know what? Fayez and Jimmy, my super subs that I've used on the regular this year, I'm going to bring them on. We are going to have a corner to potentially score. Before that happens, we do score it. Trawally gets the assist. That will be his final kick in Al Aroba colours. Playing for me, he's coming off. I knew that Saudi Arabia was a chance to get some really good miles in. And I'll tell you what, get some really good miles in, we absolutely have. A 3-0 win here secures us yet another cup. And good news, there is budget for a trophy today and everyone has turned up. You know, we don't do that many trophy lifts here at Al Aroba, so the players are still learning how it works. They're all on the stage. There is a trophy being handed over. It is our 2nd win in today's episode. As you can see, it's an absolutely packed house here for the match. There's no one turned up. There's just empty seats everywhere. Look at the trophy. Look at the confetti. It feels a bit hollow, doesn't it, winning in an empty stadium like this? We lift the Saudi Kings Cup, and with it, we get free roam to go where we want to go next time. We've done the double. We receive prize money. Not that I'm going to have a great deal to do with it. And you know what? With those miles earned, let's add them to the map. 1,000 miles, Saudi double. And with those miles added, we have free roam of the world. Like I mentioned, we've got Greece loaded, we've got Turkey loaded. Egypt at this point feels like an unnecessary move. I feel like really we're looking at either London, Germany or Italy as our next logical step. And I say that's the logical step because whilst our manager has had some crazy success, the reality is the trophies we've been winning, with the exception of perhaps these in Saudi Arabia, haven't really increased our manager profile all that much. We have got a Continental A license. And if I'm not mistaken, although it's not showing here, I think we are in the process of getting our Pro license as well. I'm assuming that because I can't ask for a new one, and I'm pretty sure we requested it already. But with it now being May, it feels like a prime opportunity to see what jobs are popping up next episode and plot our next move. Now, in terms of all the leagues I've got loaded, like I mentioned already, we've got England, Germany, and Italy loaded. They are the big 3 nations that I thought, you know, we would likely manage in if it came to it. The other option we've got perhaps is Greece. That I feel like is more of a fallback option. I think we might struggle to get a job at one of the better Premier League teams. It might be a case of a move to Germany or Italy to try and build up some reputation, in all honesty. I mean, Mark is now 28. He has got 19 natural fitness, but wherever we end up next, he's probably going to be playing less often, which might lead to an earlier retirement, which is kind of something I'm a little bit wary of. I mean, in an ideal world, we've still got 10 years left of the save game. In a worst case scenario, he could retire in maybe 4 or 5 years if we got really unlucky. I suppose that's the jeopardy of this save game and what we do next. Like I mentioned earlier, do you think I should load in the second divisions of Germany, Italy and England just in case we want to make a move there? I'm not entirely sure what I want to do just yet, so I'd love to know your thoughts down below because that probably will steer me in some of my managerial decision making for where we go next. I mean, the Borussia Dortmund job's available. Should I just apply for it? I feel like I'm probably not going to get it. But should I just apply? They are currently in 8th. It's very unlikely they're going to get European football as well. That is half tempting. There's actually still a couple of games left of the season, potentially, too. Think I might be getting a little bit carried away. You know what? I'll worry about that tomorrow. Imagine if we come back tomorrow and there's just Dortmund. That'd be fun. I have to say, I am sad to be leaving Al-Ain, just a random football club I'd never heard before of. Of course, there's loads of teams in Saudi Arabia that you hear in the headlines. I feel like I'm going to be keeping half an eye out for them now. Obviously, having won everything at the club, there's no reason to stay here. So there's one option left to do. Resign immediately. Al-Ain, he wants me to leave. I'm sorry. I want to leave. They'll increase the transfer budget. Yeah, that's not enough to convince me to stay. Sorry, Saud. I'm gone. Not the first time I've resigned playing Football Manager on the internet. Not the first time I've done it in this save game either. Of course, we've won various trophies over the year. I'm kind of excited to see what the next chapter might end up being. Next episode, the job hunt begins. Let me know where you think we should be going next time down in the comments. Leave a like if you enjoyed this one. We'll be back tomorrow with more Journeyman action. It is me, Jack, and I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out.